So we'll start off with the NFC South, the weakest division in the NFC. So that's cool. Arguably. I say that because I have very low expectations for the NFC East, but I have lower expectations for this. So I'll kick us off, boys. Here we go. You ready? Let's do it. Let's jump in. Coming in dead last, to no surprise to anyone, I have the Carolina Panthers again. This team just looks horrendous. The Bears fucked this franchise. Shout out to Shane's friend, Iggy, Josh. Shout out to him being a Panthers fan. Josh, buddy, I'm so sorry. We fucked the Carolina Panthers, man. I don't know how they're going to recover from this. I really don't. I mean, you look at everything that we got and the one thing they got, and the one thing they got, it shows very little promise, but there is some, of course. This team is fucked, man. 2-15 is what I've got for them. And the 2 wins that I've got are kind of sneaky wins that I could definitely just see them having. So let me look at their schedule. Ironically, I had them having their 2 wins back to back. It's going to be the best 2 weeks of their life, being weeks 9 and 10, of beating the Saints at home and beating the Giants at home. Home for the Panthers for both weeks. That's going to be the biggest high the Carolina Panthers fans have had since going to the Super Bowl, is winning these 2 games in a row. Okay, it's going to be a bad time to be a Panthers fan. That's just the fact of life right now. All right, so if I can get back to my picks. Sorry, I'm dealing with everything on my phone here. Next up, I would have the Saints. I wanted to give them the slightest benefit of the doubt. Maybe come out with 9 wins. You know what I mean? Maybe. And then that Chris Olave video came out, and that's all I needed to see. Did you guys see that? You guys know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about. I haven't seen it.
Jacob, have you seen it?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
So Chris Olave was interviewed, and it may have been with Up and Adams. I'm not sure who it was, where they asked him, throughout camp, is there anything that you're seeing that's really giving you the hope and the feeling that, oh, hey, we're going to be good this year? And he just kind of smiles and laughs. He's like, nah, not really. Openly admits it. Saints are dead. Saints are dead. It's done. They're dead. It's done. It's over. Done. I do have them winning 7 games, though. But that I kind of wanted to go and adjust it and drop it down even lower. Chris Olave just told me they're going to be just awful. Then for the second place in the division, kind of disappointed with this one. I wish it was more, but just based on their schedule, it does not work in their favor, and that's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I have them going 9-8. I really wish they could get 10 or 11 wins, and they very well could. I just don't think the schedule works in their favor. I would love to say that they can go 10 wins, but I'm thinking more of a 9-8. And then first place, Atlanta Falcons, baby. I think Kirk Cousins will be the answer in Atlanta. Genuinely, I do. I have them going 12-5. I really do think Kirk Cousins is going to be that factor that's going to unlock Kyle Pitts, that's going to unlock Drake London, that's going to further help Bijan Robinson be the best that he can be in the backfield. They have some solid defensive pieces. I really do think the Falcons can take it to the next level with Kirk Cousins. I think we're obviously not to the same level where it's an MVP level, but I really think that we can see the same energy that we saw at A-Rod the year they drafted Jordan Love, where he went and became an MVP. I think we can see that same love out of Kirk Cousins this year and just ball out. They've got all the pieces, and athletic as fuck tied in with Pitts. I really think the Falcons can be a very strong team this year. Steve agrees. Steve said 11-6. Steve also said 9-8. He said 9-8 for the Saints, 7-10 for the Bucs. So swapped for what I got. And then Panthers 3-13. And then we have a Georgia fan in the chat. That's all I'll say. Let's move on. Anyway. But yeah, that's what I've got lined up for the NFC South. How are you guys feeling about
it? So I agree. Carolina Panthers going 2-15. I have their 2 wins. I agree with you that they're going to beat the Giants in week 10. But I have them getting a win in week 2 against the Chargers. I think the Saints are going to go 15-12. Oh, by the way, the Carolina Panthers get the number 1 overall draft pick this coming season, this coming draft. Again. Saints 5-12. I'm not as high on the Falcons because I do not think Kirk Cousins is the answer. I think they need more than just a quarterback in Atlanta, personally speaking. I think their defense is pretty subpar. especially their secondary. I have them going 6-11, and then I have the Bucks with the 3 seed at 11-6.
Interesting.
Baker
Very
Mayfield's running wild again this season.
Man, I hope so.
Right. I have the Carolina Panthers going 1-16 with their only win at Chicago in Week 5. That's a joke, by the way.
Okay, I was going to say, what the fuck? What the hell? Shots fired.
You knew exactly what you were talking about, too.
God damn.
No, that is a joke, by the way.
Better be.
I have the Saints going 6-11. Yep, I have the Saints going 6-11. 5 of those wins are coming in division. I don't think the Saints' schedule really favors them, and it could be 5-12, like Jacob said. I'm not as high on the Bucks. I think the Bucks' schedule is a little too tough for them to overcome them getting to that double-digit win. I hope I'm wrong because I really like Baker Mayfield. I really like how much he's been able to make a short comeback during this time. I have the Atlanta Falcons winning the division, getting the 3 seed. Guys, the Atlanta Falcons schedule is not that tough. It is probably one of the easiest schedules in the National Football League this year.
Agreed.
And I know last year one of the biggest things we said is you get Atlanta a quarterback, Atlanta's going to go to the next level. And they've got that. I have the Atlanta Falcons going 13-4.
Here we go.
Damn.
Here we go. I'm liking the Falcon love right now. I'm liking that.
Hey, those first 3 weeks for the Falcons are going to be tough, though.
Yeah, but after that, it's kind of
Steelers,
smooth
Eagles,
sailing.
Chiefs, that's pretty tough.
Mm-hmm.